praise to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakaha Kodash. Double honors to my elders, apostles, and the bishops of Great Millstone, or GMS for short. This is where I have learned this truth, where I am still learning this truth. And also Shalom to the remnant and the elect of Israel. Alright, Lord willing, this is going to be a quick video, just to get this daily warning across about the MOTB. And as slim as this video may seem, alright, if you want more information on it, if the Lord pushes you or wills it and you need more information on it, go back every other video on this channel. Alright, pretty much every other video on this channel. Alright, and we touch on this subject. Okay. Not only this channel, but especially the channels that I have learned from. Okay, and there are many. Again, all you have to do is type in Great Millstone or GMS in whatever book, chapter, verse you're trying to learn. Alright, you can do that also. Okay. So really quickly, I wanted to go into the reading of, a quick explanation of prophecy, and then just go into the commentary a little bit and see if this commentator had any understanding, some understanding, or no understanding of this prophecy. All right. And also I've spoke before about having notes that went a little bit more into detail about verse 18 in Revelation 13. But I need to do a little bit more due diligence through listening through elders and apostles, and some reading up on information in those notes. Okay. So maybe that'll be upcoming in the next few videos or not. All right. But I do still have those notes. And that is something that Lord will be touched on this channel. Okay. So first we're going to read this prophecy. Excuse me. All right. Revelation 13 verse 16. It reads, "And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads." Verse 17, it reads, "And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name." Okay, so just to quickly give you a slight rundown of this. All right. The he that is spoken of in this is, in fact, Esau Edom. Is, in fact, the wicked. Is, in fact, the ones that the people have indignation with forever. Okay, yes, they may have help from other nations, even maybe Israelites. Okay, but for the most part, the ones that have the power to causeth all is Esau Edom. All right, due to the system that they have in place. All right, their system, this beast system, includes the people and the policies that the world is ran on. and them being in power tells you how they can causeth all. Okay? This he is also the self-called and so-called white man. You have to look at prophecy to find out who Esau Edom is. When the Lord comes back, he's going to take these people out of power. Okay, who is in power now? Okay. With that being said, everyone that looks so-called white, okay, if you judge with your eyes only, you may be thinking that we're saying that all so-called white people are Edomites. No. Okay. Don't judge with your eyes only. Don't judge with your ears only. Okay, it is a spirit that beareth witness. So, Israel, common sense, Deuteronomy 28:64 tells you that Israel was scattered into all nations. So guess what? Israelites will come looking like so-called white people. All right. So even on top of this, okay, we told you already that the wicked is the self-called and so-called white man. We told you that Israelites, although they are the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, we've been scattered into all nations. So some may look so-called white. Which we can also tell you that the Savior, all right, the Messiah, the only begotten Son of the Almighty, Lord Yahweh, all right, his name is Yahweh Shai, which is whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus. Although Israelites were scattered into all nations, he looked like a so-called black man. There is a description of the Messiah in these scriptures. All right. So if there isn't a description, for you people who now say there is no description and that color doesn't matter, why was that image given? And why do you still defend that image and that name, knowing that the wicked would change the image and the name? Okay, now if you agree that he did walk this earth, which he did walk this earth, he looked like a man. Okay, he was a man, the word made flesh. All right, so he looked like a people that was on this earth. He came from the tribe of Judah. He looked like a so-called black man. All right, go look at the true description of the Lord and Savior. Okay, so the thing that he is going to cause all to receive this mark in the context of Revelation 13:16, the word mark goes back to the Greek word charagma. It means a scratch or an etching. Let me go in here and read it really quick. Charagma says stamp. It says an imprinted mark. It says of the mark stamped on the forehead or on the right hand as the badge of the followers of the Antichrist. First, don't let right hand throw you off. That just means your power hand. Right? For example, in this country that we call America, right, but BKA, it is known as Babylon the Great, aka the future site of the lake of fire. All right. But in this country, we drive on the right-hand side of the road. In other countries, they drive on the left-hand side. Some people write with their left hand. Some people write with their right hand. All right. So that right hand means your power hand. Okay. Whichever hand you use to make agreements with. For the most part in this world now, agreements are made when people shake the right hand. Okay. So it's your power hand. Okay. So this thing acts as a badge of the followers of the Antichrist. All right. That word being singular, the wicked of this world, the wicked and the spirit that they have in this world has fooled everybody to waiting on one Antichrist, one man. Everybody's waiting for one man to appear and be the evil. All right. The evil has been here. Okay. The evil has been here. All right. The Lord in these days are making them bear, all right, with the word of his mouth, which is now sent through the prophets, this truth. Okay. So we know this word Antichrist to mean anyone who is against the Messiah. Right. And these people are on the highest level that are against the Messiah. Esau, Edom, the wicked. All right. Are all of them on top ruling? No. There's even Esau, Edom catching hell right now too. Because the elites of Esau don't care. They're using everybody, even their own. All right. You have to look at prophecy, man. You have to understand prophecy. The Lord has to will you these things. All right. Strong's definition of charagma says a scratch or etching, i.e., as a badge of servitude. And servitude to who? To the wicked, to the ones that are against the Messiah, or how, as the world will call it, the Antichrist. All right. There are many Antichrists, though, here on this earth. That's a part of the deception. Y'all waiting on one man when there are many Antichrists, when actually you could be an Antichrist or walking in the ways of an Antichrist. All right. If you're calling the Lord out his name, right? If you say the laws are dead, that's just a couple examples right there of things someone moving as an Antichrist will be doing. All right. You've fallen into the craftiness of these people. Just like Eve did way back in the beginning. And also just as we did. The Lord took us out of the world, man. We're not telling you these things because we are perfect. We're telling you this because we once were dead, made alive, and made to walk towards perfection. All right. All right. So a couple examples of this technology, because we know this mark now to be, we know it to be the micro C-hip. Okay. The RFID C-hip. All right. It's not the technology that is sin within itself. It is you receiving this technology within your body, literally. That is where the problem is. Okay? That's where you have literally put your hand to something that the Lord told you not to do. You're receiving this MOTB, or mark of the beast. All right? And don't forget, it did mention in your forehead, which that word forehead goes back to metopon, or the space between the eyes. Okay? In your head. So a couple of examples of this technology is Walletmore, Walletmor. That's one word. Go look at the technology. Don't worry about the name. Don't worry about the names that surround this. Walletmore as a company could come and go. All right. These may not be the people that are there when this thing gets pushed. Okay. And again, the technology itself is not sin. It is the receiving of this thing. All right. It took somebody to produce this thing. All right. The Lord didn't say that it would appear out of thin air. Okay. All right. So, yeah, they may have had a hand in bringing this technology forth. But guess what? A lot of this world will have a hand in this thing being made mandatory. Right? The dollar is going away. Most people could either try to learn to survive without this system, but most people aren't going to do that. Most people are going to want to be within this system. We weren't raised to survive without it. We were raised to depend on it. Right? Slavery through dependency. These people are crafty, man. They smart. They are smart to a certain extent. All right. So inadvertently, we're going to cause this thing to become a thing. All right. People are going to call for this to be made mandatory. And I say we just because speaking of people, all right, in general. But so this thing is going to be on high demand. All right. The elite at the top, they have their hand in everything. All right. They're used to funding both sides of wars. So they're going to fund both sides of the war in your mind. All right. They're going to cause the problems, cause a reaction, and give you the solution that they've been wanting to pass this whole time. All right. Again, Walletmore. Go look at that technology. It is the technology that you need to start paying attention to. All right. Another example is Neuralink or Elon Musk's brain technology. The reason why these names, they're important to go look up. Don't get me wrong. They're important to go look up as an example of the technology. But you better believe that this thing, this technology, is going to come from more than two sources, man. This is going to be a global thing. All right? And more than likely, they've already started manufacturing these things. All right? In large numbers. Okay? More than likely. All right. So what we are telling you is that these things in this whole entire Bible, the Holy Scriptures, are faithful and true. They are the word of Yahweh. Okay. And his thing, or the Lord will not fail, nor will he lie. These things are faithful and true. All right. So we don't know what steps they're going to take. We don't know if there's going to be 10 steps between now and this thing being made mandatory, or if they're just going to go straight to it. But we point out all possibilities, just in case it is a snare and a trap, because they're going to come at people through deception, right? And they have mastered this technique. Okay, so we pointing this out. We point out digital IDs, CBDCs, social credit systems, social credit scores, and we point out these things because they're all going to be used in a certain way to funnel everyone into pledging allegiance to this system, which is taking this MOTB. Okay, and you are picking a side when you do this, because there is no scripture that says that you will be able to repent after the fact. All right, so you are picking the side. And really, what's even more fearful is the Lord is making you pick a side. It's not really what you think you're going to decide to do. It's what the Lord's going to have you do. All right, now taking into consideration that all fiat currencies are crumbling. Right, all these places around the globe, again, this is on a global scale. All right, are being all fiat currencies are being taken out. All right, being and what's the word? Really decentivized, if that's a word. All right, let me see. Decentivized.
Disincentivized.
Disincentivized. All right, that's what I was trying to say. Disincentivized. It says discourage a person or course of action by removing an incentive. All right. We all have an incentive to go get this money for our food, our clothing, our shelter, because these are the things that we purchase, that we trade for things that we want. But if this thing is no longer worth anything, all right, there's a word for that too. That's the word I was actually trying to think of. Devalued. All right, these fiat currencies are being even more devalued, even though there's really nothing backing them, but the trust of the government that supplies them. All right, I've been asking this question for the past couple of videos. I think, how stable is your government? How trustworthy is your government? Okay, so if the money is devalued, where's it going to go? What are you going to use? What skills do you have to survive? For the most part, most people were made workers. Okay? You don't know how to survive for the most part. All right? So when they put your money, your IDs, your medical information, your carbon footprint, okay, your keys to your cars and banks, okay, your fob access to markets, stores, okay, what are you going to do? Okay, slavery through dependency. All right, again, these people are smart, man, to a certain extent. Now, what they don't know, what they don't even consider, is that the Lord has got them doing these things. They only have this power through the Lord, but they don't even consider that, man. And the Lord is letting them get to what they say their height is, when really this empire is the weakest it's been. It's just they are just now about to encase the globe in their power, all right, in their system. Okay, but the Lord is going to come and disappoint these people, man. It's going to be an embarrassing defeat to these people. Not a surprising defeat, but a very embarrassing defeat. Not a surprise to us, and it probably won't be a surprise to them either. The Lord said He's going to put the fear on them, but He's going to make them fight anyway. All right. So everyone, not most of the world, is going to take this thing. Okay, that's a fact. Again, you can say that you are not going to take it, but it's what the Lord is going to have you do. Okay, so that's why you should filter yourself through these scriptures. That's why you should fear the Lord. If you have no fear of the Lord, man, there's no way. There's no way unless He puts that fear on you in the end, and you start showing some type of love for Him. It's a wrap for you more than likely. But I'm not the Lord. He can do what He wants to. Just saying, I wouldn't bet anything on that, man. I wouldn't play with that. I wouldn't chance it. All right, so let's go back here to the scripture. Okay, so since everything is moving digital, and basically we're already there, how often do you use cash? All right, how often are you seeing more and more of these locations of banks, stores, not taking cash or refusing to give cash? All right, we're already almost all the way in to the digital buying and selling of. All right, so we're not even going to have paper anymore. It's just going to be numbers on the screen. Okay. It's like it was a challenge to them. Like, what can we do? Or you tell me like the wicked wouldn't think this way. We already give these people of the world fiat money, again, which is not backed by anything but the trust that you have in these people. So it's not backed by anything but their integrity. All right. So you can damn near imagine these people saying, well, we gave them nothing as money. What can we do to lessen that? Give them less than nothing. And exact more power over them. What can we do? Give them numbers on the screen and tighten up the laws on them. All right. As soon as they don't agree to do what we tell them, as soon as they don't act accordingly, stop their money. It's just a button push away. All right. And for the people who get this thing in their foreheads, if they can turn something on, they can turn something off. All right. Anyway, so with that whole digital, us moving into digital, okay, filter all these things through Revelation verses 16 and 17. All right. But listen to 17 now. Now that we ran through 16, listen to 17. It says, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. It all makes sense now. This is as clear as day what this thing is. If the Lord doesn't have you realizing this, the Lord has blinded you. All right, and nothing will have you realize this. If the Lord has blocked you, there's nothing that can help you. All right, so I want to go to read a little bit of this commentary. All right. This is a David Guzik. Okay. There's a commentary on Revelation 13, 16, and 17. It reads the economic strategy of the first beast and the second beast. And pretty soon, maybe in the next upcoming video then, since we just read that, we can go over, there was a list compiled of the 10 top things that led to Rome's fall. All right. They fell, but this is the second leg of Rome, trying to get back up, starting in the Renaissance starting in the Renaissance era. All right, Renaissance means to renew. Renew what? Renew this Edomite kingdom, empire, the Roman Empire. All right. So let's get back to this commentary. It says Revelation 13, verse 16 and 17, the economic strategy of the first beast and the second beast. It says, He causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their right hand or on their foreheads, and that no one might buy or sell except one who has the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. All right, so let's see what this commentary says. It says he causes all to receive a mark. It says under the government of the beast and his associate, all will be given a mark. All right, we say the beast and his associates. All right, these nations, Esau, Edom, Babylon the Great, Edomites, okay, and these nations that hold on to him. Okay, they think they are going to be heirs with this man when they further their kingdom. All right, we know through faith that we are going to be heirs with the Messiah, Yahweh Shai, to further our Father's kingdom. Okay? This other side is going to be very well disappointed. All right? And he says, it says, under the government of the beast and his associate, all will be given a mark. Without the mark, one will not be able to participate in the economy. He's on point with that. No one may buy or sell except one who has the mark, of his name. It says, was there anything else I was going to touch on up here? No, that was pretty clear. So it says, since the ancient Greek word for mark, charagma, isn't generally applied to people, some have taken this as a symbolic mark. But a literal mark needed to buy or sell is certainly conceivable and practical, and that is the fact of it. That is the truth of it. All right, it is a carnal thing. It's a physical mark. The Lord has a spiritual mark. It's called the Thawa. All right, this man has a physical carnal mark, and that is called the charagma. All right, but he told you right here that a literal mark needed to buy or sell is certainly conceivable and practical. All right, and he's right, but what he's off on is knowing that this is true. It says the technology to give people a mark that enables them to buy and sell in the electronic economy is available. There are many different ways it could happen, and such programs are proposed and tested constantly. This man is on point right here, man. Okay? Listen to this. It says a mark on their right hand or on their foreheads. Commentary says Satan is not a creative being. All he can do is imitate God. All right. First of all, the spiritual demon Satan is an angel of the Most High. All right. But there are people down here doing his will and bidding, thinking that he is God. They treat him like he is the Lord, not knowing that the one that they treat as God works for Yahweh. Okay. For example, when it came to Job, the Lord told the spiritual demon Satan, take all he has from him, but don't kill him. Why didn't the spiritual demon Satan kill him if he's so against the Lord? All right, he has to obey. He is in order. All right, but there is a man on this earth down here doing his bidding. All right, everything that the Lord doesn't stand for. Okay? So you people, Esau, Edom, all you can do is imitate God. Remember that. So it says, we are not surprised to find that this too is satanic, or excuse me, is a satanic parody of something that God will do. It imitates God's mark upon his people. All right, and it takes you to Revelation 7, verses 3 through 4. It says, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our God in their foreheads. And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel, 12,000 from each tribe. All right, but that seal is the Torah. We spoke about that earlier, the spiritual mark that the Lord is putting upon those who belong to him and who don't belong to this world. Okay. So, this man knew a little bit. Okay, he was on point, but then some things were amiss. Some things went over his head. All right, let me bring out this verse. Amos 3 and 7. Let me start at I'll just go straight to the point. Amos 3 and 7, it says, surely the Lord God will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets. All right, all the things this man in the commentary doesn't know, the Lord's prophets know. Everything that this world tells you that is a lie, okay, the Lord's prophets are telling you the truth. Everything you don't know, the prophets know. All right, this includes the name. Okay, the prophets, the spirit of the prophets are subject to the prophets. Reincarnation is biblical. So these prophets, some of these prophets that were of the past are here today. All right, and we know more than the prophets did in the past. All right, we're pointing out to you exactly what these things mean. These prophecies, these mysteries, these dark sayings. All right, and no, I don't know them all, but I'm a part of a body that does. They know the 100% truth. All right, and these are the ways that I'm turning back to, and by the grace of the Lord, by the grace, the power, the will of the Lord, I am learning these things. Okay, and starting to speak them, which is what Israelite men on this planet should be doing. Okay. Let me check something really quick, just to see if there's anything else. Let me read 7 again in the NLT, Amos 3 and 7. Indeed, the sovereign Lord never does anything until he reveals his plans to his servants, the prophets. And guess what? Guess what? A lot of this world's, well, all of this world's actions are the Lord's plans. He programmed everyone to do what they are doing. There's no such thing as free will. All right. All of this whole thing was only for a certain few to learn. It was for our learning. Whoever's not in this certain few, we understand why you don't get it, man. We understand why you come against this truth. Why you don't have faith. Like a lot of you say you have faith. Y'all don't have any faith. All right. When you hold up your faith to the faith, to what it says faith is in the scriptures, you don't have faith, man. A lot of y'all ashamed in the truth. Ashamed of the truth. Excuse me. Let me I gotta read this in the NLT. 1 Corinthians 15 and 34. It says, think carefully about what is right and stop sinning. For to your shame, I say that some of you don't know God at all. All right, y'all don't. You have some type of twisted understanding of the Lord. It says, don't lean on thine own understanding. Let me get that too. Proverbs 3 and 5. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. All right, you done been programmed by the world, man. All you gotta do is look at these scriptures, and the Lord won't let you do that. He put a spiritual club on you where you can't turn to the left or right. It's just straight ahead in this broad ass path in this wicked ass place. All right, excuse me. It's not a straight path. It's a crooked ass path. All right. So you do suffer straight things though. All right. Straight means to suffer. And we walk that straight path too. The thing is, we have hope. All right, we have hope. Y'all want the things of this world, and we're not of this world. Anyway, yeah, so that was it for that prophecy, and I think I read some of that commentary. I thought there might have been something else, but it's slipping my mind right now, which is all right. So anyway, do not take the micro C-hip. Do not take the MOTB. Do not take the Charagma. It is the micro C-hip. It is the RFID C-hip. All right, don't take it. There's nothing nice about this thing. All right, avoid it if the Lord, avoid it if you can, if the Lord wills that. All right, that's another part of the fear y'all got to worry about, man. Like I said, everyone can say that they're not going to take this, even me. But it depends on the Lord what He wills you to do. All right, I just pray I don't get dropped off right at the end, man. Okay. Or ever, really. I don't want to be dropped off ever. Not today, not tomorrow, not at the end. I don't want to get dropped off. I want Him to carry me through the Spirit, keep me growing. But it doesn't matter what I want, right? This is where the humility comes in. Okay? And the fear, especially the fear. Okay? So the water, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, all right? And also call Halal Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakaha Kodash. Double honors to my elders, apostles, and the bishops of Great Millstone, or GMS for short. This is where I have learned this truth, and where I am still learning this truth. And also shalom to the remnant and the elect of Israel. Lord willing, I'm of that number. And Lord willing, we'll see you in the next video. Shalom.